he has been horrible. In the first game, even a truck can move through that left side. It was so obvious. I can't understand why Siasia, didn't make a conscious effort to plug that hole. This is atrocious.
This is probably like 3 acres of space from what I saw.
And look at Emmanuel Daniel.
And then there was a deflection there.
There was a deflection that took away from Emmanuel Daniel.
Yeah, but even at that...
I wouldn't blame him for it. I think he had it covered. The deflection took it away from him.
Anyhow.
But we're already in the middle of the tournament. I don't know how he's going to do it, but we need to get a good result against Algeria. But if we continue playing like this, I don't see how we're going to get that result.
The good news is that our destiny is still fully in our hands. All we need to do against Algeria is win, and we'll top the group. So we cannot afford to say we are playing a draw or waiting for some other results. Our destiny is still fully in our hands. Siasia and his boys do not have any option. It is a must-win game against Algeria on the final day. There is no... you can say it sounds easy, but that is the reality for us. Must-win game against Algeria.
Because there's a real possibility that Nigeria, Egypt, and Algeria could all end up on 5 points.
Yeah.
And if that happens, anything can happen.
If we all end up on 5 points,
head-to-head,
Algeria with a 2-goal victory over Mali will have the edge.
First, they'll be head-to-head. Then they'll now look at goals difference, the number of goals scored. But either way, it's leaving everything to chance. And the best way to go about not leaving it to chance is to get an outright victory. Because that is the only way we can guarantee our place in the second round and the semi-finals. But for me, so far, if this team continues to play this way, we won't win this competition. If we continue to play this way.
The task is not even for us to win now. It's to come out of this group.
Okay, if we continue to play this way, we might not qualify from this group.
I think the only option left for Siasia is to start either of Awoni or Junior Ajayi. But I know he will want to stick with Ajayi because he has been the top scorer of the team.
Yes.
And show up the midfield. Play only one striker and show up the midfield so that two or one midfielder will be helping the defense because the defense is porous. We are still talking about the left back and the right back. Even the centre backs, their performance have been horrendous.
Azubike, the captain of the team, keeps giving the ball away.
Giving the ball away in the middle of the park, and that has put so much pressure on the defense. So I think he needs to either start Awoni or Junior Ajayi. But I know he will want to stick with Ajayi.
All right. In case you've not followed today, Group B, second round of games, the Eagles of Mali are out. They lost 0-2 to Algeria, and that was effective enough for the Algerians to go on top of the group. And Mali are out because Egypt and Nigeria played out a draw. Nigeria already on 4 points, Egypt on 2 points, and
Egypt are on top of that group.
Mali on top of the Algeria on top of the group.
Algeria on top of
Nigeria second in the group. Egypt are third, and the Eagles of Mali are out.
Courtesy of goal difference.
Courtesy of the goal difference so far. But as Tunde said, if we play a draw against Algeria in our last game, we end up with 5 points. Algeria.
If Egypt beats Mali,
Algeria ends up with 5 points. If Egypt beat Mali, they end up with 5 points, and then there will be head-to-head amongst the three of us. And that's not what we want because could come down to maybe toss of coin. And if the coin doesn't
first head-to-head,
toss,
then goals difference.
Head-to-head among the three is draw. So that's not what we want. But I think we'll sort all of these things out if Siasia and his boys can just go out and get the job done for us. Anyway, we're talking about NFF logo on our jersey. We didn't have the logo on the jersey on the first day, but the logo was on the jersey. A few hours ago, they had a logo on the jersey for this game. All right, but I don't even bother about logo now. What we're saying is the result on the pitch. Logo.
No, but it's part of it.
So it's part of it.
You are representing the country.
Yeah, you're representing.
And the logo of the country
must be there.
Must be firmly.
But thankfully, the logo is there.
And again, the first game against Mali, the captain of the Malian team exchanged souvenir. We didn't have any souvenir.
The match pendant?
Yes, we didn't have any souvenir. It was embarrassing.
If I were the Malian delegation,
I would have
I'd protest.
But they had
I'll protest that. I'm not sure if these people are Nigerians.
But it's getting
There's
better.
no crest on their jersey.
It's getting better. There was crest on the jersey today, and we had something to exchange today as well. All right, so we're getting better. Okolocha Sunday says it's annoying watching these boys play. We always win the first half and lose or draw the second half. It's sending this one in from Asaba. Akin okay at LBDL concept. Okay, I hope I didn't mess that up. It says it looks like our goalkeeper needs glasses for night goalkeeping because all those balls were cheap goals. All the goals
Well, the first goal, because look at the header. Well, it came in the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
Ordinarily, you expect
yeah.
the goalkeeper to dominate the 18,
yeah.
most especially the 6-yard box. And the header came just right in front of him. He didn't contest
the ball has already beaten the two defenders, so it's left for him. It was his ball. He should have, contested the ball with the Egyptian striker.
You did say before we come on here that you've always had your problems with Emmanuel Daniel. He's never been really a demanding presence.
Fantastic goalkeeper in one match. The next match,
consistency.
But you must have presence in the box. Once you call for the ball, everybody gets out of the way. Otherwise, there might be a concussion.
I am Sulaiman says the left side of our attack seems to be our most creative part of our team. All our goals look like they're coming from Stanley Dimba.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing a lot of work for us.
Very impressive.
He looks very creative. Our goals come from there, but our defense has been shambolic. That's what it says. Okay, Kelvin Amata, taking us away from the dream team, is talking about Odion Igalo. He says Odion Igalo needs an Ideye partnership to excel. He needs someone to do the dirty job for him, like Dini does for him at Watford.
Interesting.
All right? So that's an interesting angle to all of it. All right, thank you for keeping your thoughts coming. But, well, what can we do? We can just hope for the best and hope that by the time we are playing Algeria, we can tighten up the loose ends and still be able to get something out of that game. All hope is not lost yet, so let's not be despondent. The boys can still get it right, and I'm optimistic that they will get it right against Algeria. All right, let's come home now and talk about the foundation of football, which I believe should be the leagues for us. And I'm happy today that the chairman of the league management company, Shehu Diko, is in the forefront of this new move. There's a new body that is going to come into place in January that will bring all major leagues in the world across the globe, bring them together to form a body that will have a major stake on world football.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic idea.
It's called they have a forum now,
Exactly.
World Leagues Forum. That's,
exactly.
That just ended in Paris, France.
Yeah, already the world clubs also have, European clubs also have a power block. I think it's the G77.
Yeah.
The top clubs in Europe as well. So I think this just follows. This just how do I put it? This is an upgrade of that idea where all the world leagues come together to form a pressure group or a body to see how they can go about the development of football. Because the truth is, the very foundation of national team football starts from the leagues.
Yeah.
Or even, and it's a crucial part of any country's football development. The players that you unearth at secondary school or amateur tournaments, they find their way into the conveyor belt of the league. From there, they move on to the national teams. From there, they're exported out to the countries. So the leagues themselves are an integral part of the football process, and that is why these leagues are banding together to form this kind of body. It will also help in the case of player trafficking. For so long, especially as regards Africa, for so long we've talked about how underage players are more or less sold into slavery. Some are even kidnapped. Some are, taken against. Misrepresentation in some cases, where you tell them you are taking them to England and they find their way to Tajikistan. So once this kind of bodies are in place, it checks a lot of things, especially the trafficking in players, minors as well. It also helps these leagues to also share ideas on how to go about development, the best practices as well. And I'm particularly pleased that the LMC, that representing the Nigerian League, are an integral part of it. So hopefully this should bring some benefits to Nigerian League football.
Yeah, let me come to you. This is the second edition of the World Leagues Forum. And when they had the first forum a year ago, there was a thinking on how the major leagues in Europe can begin to directly influence some payments, or no, not really, make some payments to leagues in Africa for the amount of merchandise that they make out of African countries. The English Premier League, for example, and Nigeria. And the leagues are saying, look, that's a good proposition. We're going to be looking at it because these leagues have a lot of direct impact on African leagues.
Absolutely.
And there should be something that Africa can get from, the patronage and the revenue that they derive from Nigeria and from Africa. If
they can push it through a very, very good innovation, because like you said, a lot of Africans, when you travel around Africa, the problem, in fact, the local FAs there are having a lot of problems trying to